The 75th Expeditionary Air Lift Squadron was first activated as the 75th Ferrying Squadron during World War II in 1943 to transport cargo. It was redesignated as the 75th Air Transport Squadron in 1952 and moved to Travis Air Force Base April 28, 1953. The 75th flew missions in every major war since World War II and has been a part of history's most important events, including the end of World War II.
Of my fellow countrymen, in the presence of our God, I know that it is America's purpose that we shall not fail.
To the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Spanning the commander-in-chiefs from Franklin Delano Roosevelt to George H.W. Bush and the end of the First Gulf War.
This nation has watched its sons and daughters with pride, watched over them with prayer. As Commander-in-Chief, I can report to you our armed forces fought with honor and valor.
During its station at Travis Air Force Base, the 75th has had many aircraft at its disposal, including the C-97 Stratofreighter, which operated within the 75th from 1953 to 1960, and was one of the first planes to operate out of Travis Air Force Base for this newly recommissioned squadron. This freighter was critical for the U.S. military throughout the 50s, and served a vital role in the early stages of the Cold War following World War II. The C-97 gave way to the C-124 Global Master II, nicknamed Old Shaky, which was operational in the 75th from 1960 to 1965, and was used extensively for heavy lift cargo missions across the world. And until the C-5 became operational, the C-124 was one of two planes within the US military that could handle large cargo payloads. As military technology developed and jet propulsion aircraft made its way to the 75th in the form of the C-141 Starlifter, President John F. Kennedy.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Shortly after this speech, and his first official act after his inauguration, was to order the development of the Lockheed 300. When it was developed, it was renamed the C-141 and replaced the C-124 in the 75th Squadron from 1965 to 1971. As the Vietnam War was ending, the 75th was getting a big addition in the form of the largest aircraft in the US military to this day, the C-5 Galaxy. This engineering marvel can hold up to 281,000 pounds, or the equivalent of 10 light armored personnel carriers weighing 12 tons each. It can then fly over 2,100 nautical miles, offload, and then fly an additional 500 nautical miles from the original destination. These were the main aircraft in the 75th Squadron, and we want to thank everyone here tonight for their service or their support of someone who served.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
We want to thank all of you 75th alumni who came to this historic 75th anniversary of the 75th Military Air Lift Squadron. Let's take this opportunity to honor all of you who have served, past and present, along with those who have left us, with a moment of silence. To the family members and the husbands and wives who stayed behind in the support of their families so their significant others could fly the endless missions to preserve our freedom and support the United States, we say thank you. Before we go for the evening, we have one last song we would like to play for you. So would everyone please stand and join in the singing of the Air Force song and end this fantastic night for the 75th anniversary of the 75th Air Lift Squadron in style.
Sent it high into the blue. Hands of men blasted the world asunder. How they lived, God only knew. God only knew. Souls of men dreaming of skies to conquer, gave us wings.